Hey boys and girls, this is Miss Gander, and if you're watching this video, I just want you to know how proud we are of you, not just me, but all the teachers. I know that what we're going through right now is not super easy. It's a little scary and very confusing for some of us, and with that being said, you guys have been working so hard. I know that this is so different from what we're used to doing, but you guys have done a fabulous job, and we are so proud of you. So, with that being said, there's something new that I am going to teach you guys today. I want you to listen to the song that I have prepared for you. I'm not going to sing, just a little song that gets you pumped and ready for what we're about to learn today. Okay? One more time. Okay, that's enough of that. So, we are going to teach you telling time to the minute. So, last year, your teacher taught you guys how to tell time by 5-minute increments. So, I want us to do just a quick review on that. And then I'm going to show you a video, and we're going to do a little activity together. Okay? So, here I've got this handy dandy Judy clock. So I want you to think about the two hands that we have here, guys. Okay? So let's think about the short hand. Do you remember what the short hand represents? I'll give you a second to think. Well, if you thought that it was the hour hand, ding, 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 you are correct. The short hand is our hour hand, okay? So if the short hand is the hour hand, I wonder what the long hand is. Well, you're thinking right. It is the minute hand. So our hour hand is the short hand, and the minute hand is the long hand. So a lot of us learned last year that when we are telling time, an easy way for us to figure out how to tell the time is to skip count by what? Skip count by fives. You see that up here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, so we can skip count by fives. So let's practice for a second. So if this hour hand is on the 12, so then that would be 12 o'clock, okay? So then we're going to skip count as I move the minute hand by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then when we get to 60, it actually goes back to 0. So once we reach 59 and we don't say 60, we say o'clock. It goes to 0. Okay? So just a quick review. Let's say that my hour hand is on the 12 and my minute hand is on the 3. I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about what time it is. Okay? So our hour hand is on the 12, so that's 12. And then our minute hand is on the 3. Would it be 12:3? No. We're going to count by fives. So this would be 0 or 60, but it's 0, 5, 10, 15. So our time is 12:15. Okay? So let's do another one. I'm going to do another time here. Let's do, here we go. Okay? Now look at the time. We have our hour hand between the 3 and the 4. Still on the 3. Okay, not on the 4 yet. So if it's between two numbers, it's always the first number. Okay? So since it's between 3 and 4, it's still 3 o'clock. It's not going to be 4 until that hour hand is literally on the 4. Okay? So our minute hand is on the 8. I wonder what we can do to figure out how many minutes we see on here. So let's start by counting by fives until we get to 8. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. What was that? 40. So our time is 3:40. Okay? So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you watch this very short video on telling time to the minute. Okay? And then we'll do a quick little practice on the Judy clock. And then we're going to do a little worksheet together. So listen to the video. I'm going to share my screen. Give me one little second. Nope, you don't want to listen to that song again. Okay, so listen up and pay attention.
Time to the nearest minute. We're going to review how to tell time to the nearest minute. The small hand or the short hand tells us the hour. If you look at this clock, the short hand or the hour hand is in between the 1 and the 2. To get the hour, we have to go back to the 1. So this clock is showing us that it's at the hour 1. The big hand tells us the minute. On this clock, the minute hand is on the 12. We wouldn't say 1:12. We have to count the big numbers by fives to find the minute. So this clock would be on the 60 or the 0. So this clock says 1 o'clock. This one, the minute hand is to the nearest minute. There are 5 minutes in between each big number. For this clock, the minute hand is in between the 7 and the 8. So we're going to have to count by fives until we reach the 7. Then when we reach the 7, we'll count by ones until we get to the minute hand. All right, let's try it. So we have the minute hand is in between the 7 and the 8 with 5 minutes in between each number. So let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38. This clock shows 1:38. All right, let's practice another one. This clock has an hour hand in between the 10 and 11, so we go back to the 10. The minute hand is in between the 5 and the 6. 15, 20, 25, 26. This clock shows 10, 26. Okay, another one. On this clock, the hour hand is in between the 6 and the 7, so we'll go back to the 6. The minute hand is in between the 9 and the 10, so we're going to count by fives and then ones until we can reach where that minute hand is. All right, let's count by fives until we get there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. This clock shows 6:49. Remember, Don't forget the small hand is the hour hand, and don't forget the big hand is the minute hand.
Using Powtoon.
Okay, so kind of a review of what I just went over, but it is a little bit different because we're counting to the minute, not by the 5 minute, but by the minute, okay? So we're gonna do just a few little ones together, and then we'll take it to our worksheet, okay? So thinking about the video that we just watched, the shorthand is the what, guys? Yes, it is the hour hand. The shorthand is the hour hand. And that is always what I look at first. And that's what you should look at first too. So your shorthand is the hour hand, and that's always the one that you should look at first. Okay? So let's say that we have this time, okay? So again, our hour hand is the shorthand. So what would be our hour, guys? 4. 4 is correct, okay? So now looking at our minute hand is the long hand, okay? So you notice it's not on one of the numbers, right? So we have to figure out exactly where our minute hand falls on, guys, okay? So just like the video, one way that we can get to the number quickly is to first skip count by 5s and then count by 1s with how many tick marks there are, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. So from here to here, that is 5, okay? So I'm gonna say 5, 6, 7. So our hour is 4, so it's 4:07. 4:07, okay? Let's do another one where we have to count by 5s a little bit more. Okay, let's say that our hand is right here. Okay, so again, our shorthand is the hour hand. Well, what is our hour, guys? Remember the video, how the lady said, and what I said earlier, that if the hour hand falls in between two numbers, you always go back to the first number. So what number is that, guys? Yep, it is 6. Okay, so our hour is 6. Now look at our minute. It's like way over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna count by 5s until we get here, and then we're gonna count by 1s. We're gonna count on, okay? So count with me, guys. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Then we have 41, 42, 43. So our time is 6:43. That's it. You got it, guys. So telling time is really important because how many of you guys have been sitting in class thinking, I wonder what time it is? Yeah, everybody. So this is really important. In order for you to, in order for you to be able to tell the time, that's everything, guys. This is a life skill. This is a skill that you are going to take with you for the rest of your life. You gotta know how to tell time. You gotta know how to tell time in order for you to get to work on time, school on time. It's everything. So this skill is really important, okay? So I'm going to do a little worksheet with you guys. This worksheet is what you are assigned to do today. So I'm just going to do the first couple of them with you. Okay, so I'm going to share my iPad screen with you, and I'm going to log into Shobi, and do one of these little activities with you, okay? So let me get one. All right, this is going to take a little second. Okay. All right. Here we go, guys. All right, so this is my Shobi. I'm going to go to the assignment for this week and for today. And this is the worksheet, telling time to the minute. So I'm just going to do the first couple of them with you guys today, and then you're going to do the rest on your own after the video's over, okay? So always read the directions, no matter if you know what to do or not. Always read the directions, guys. Always. Okay? It says, read the clock to determine what time each nocturnal animal wakes up. Tell the time to the nearest minute. What time does each nocturnal animal wake up? Okay, so let's look at this very first one. I'm going to zoom it in. So there's a cute little bat we have here. So we are going to figure out exactly what time this is, okay? So does anybody remember what hand you should always look at first? What was that you said? The hour hand, yeah. And the hour hand is the, what was that? Short or long? Short. Good job, guys. Okay, so I'm going to get my black. So where do you notice the shorthand is on? Well, if you said 7, you are correctamundo. So the hour hand is between the 7 and the 8. So it still is 7 o'clock. It would not be 8 until that hour hand is exactly on the 8 or beyond. Okay? So our hour is 7. So now what I want you to do, and this is like a little trick that I teach my boys and girls. Let me make this, the marker just a little bit smaller. And I am going to change it so that you guys can see it. But when we're trying to figure out the minute exactly, I always have my boys and girls just draw a little line, okay, going past the little tick marks. So that way you know exactly where that minute hand falls on, okay? So we've got to figure out where that minute hand is on. So remember what we did? We're going to skip count by 5s until we get to 2, and then we're going to count on, okay? So this would be 5, 10, okay? Then that is 11, 12. So our time is 7:12. Okay, let me fix that just a little bit because I don't like that. 7:12. Okay, let's do one more. We're gonna do this one, and it's a little porcupine. So looking at our hour hand first, you notice that the hour hand falls in between the 8 and the 9. Well, guys, it is not on the 9 yet. So what is it? It's 8. Okay, so it is still 8 o'clock. All right, so now our hour hand is way up here. Now remember, we always start at the 1 where we count by 5s first. Okay, so count with me, guys. We're going to count by 5s, and then we're going to count on. Okay, so we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50, oops, sorry. So that was 50. 51, 52. 52. So our time is 8:52. Okay? You don't have to use this strategy. I like using the skip strategy like that, but you do not have to. But it's something that, can ensure that you are counting all of the numbers the right way. Okay. But one thing that I do advise you to do is, especially for that minute hand, boys and girls, you really want to draw that line so you know exactly where that minute hand is falling on. Okay. So I want you guys to take the time to just finish the last 4 on your own. Then when you're done, submit it to your teacher, and your teacher will be so happy that you guys have completed your first assignment for this week. Okay? So I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to stop my share. Guys, again, we are so proud of you. And if you have any questions about anything that I went over today, get with your teacher, and your teacher will be more than happy to help you. Okay? I love you guys. Take care, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Okay? Bye.